4. Okay, so as an old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said to the boy. It's a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, pride, false pride, superiority, and ego. He continued, the other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, forgiveness, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you and every other person too. Good morning, user 150. So every other person too. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, which wolf will win? The old Cherokee simply replied, the one you feed. That's where we used to stop. Okay, that's where we used to stop. And, that's where we used to stop and not even go any further. That was the tale the first time I heard it. But the first lesson, we're going to reflect on the lessons from this. The first lesson that we need to learn from this is that the fight is eternal. The greater jihad, that's where we are right now. The greater jihad, the war between ourselves, our highest selves, and our ego. The first part of the story is telling us that we can never get rid of the first wolf. The first wolf will always be there. The fight between the two wolves is eternal. Both wolves will always be there. This applies to our emotions, our behaviors, our habits, and every other aspect in this life, the temptations of the flesh. I used to fall into a trap of trying hard to banish all of my negative faults. I was taught, my mother was very critical, focusing on my faults and getting rid of them. I would force myself to eat 100% healthy. I wore my hair pulled back. I was stark. I was strict with myself, right? And I would beat myself up for relaxing. I had all this energy. Even for just a minute, somebody would say, just want to sit down. God knocked me down, but I had to learn that the hard way. And I tried to get rid of all those negative thoughts in my head. I thought if I did not think about them, if I denied them. I said I was born on the corner of lack and limitation, right around the corner from denial, right? Right on the banks of denial, because everybody I knew lived on those banks of denial, and those who raised me lived on the banks of denial. But denial is not a river in Egypt. So the truth is that none of us are living in pure bliss. What we can do is to act in spite of those negative feelings or hard times, or the fact that we live on the banks of denial and there's a whole lot of people on the corner of lack and limitation with me. We can take those fears, those worries, those doubts, and move forward anyway. That's how you feed the second wolf. Feeling unmotivated to work out anyway. Not feeling confident in your upcoming sales presentation, do it anyway. Not happy with your spouse, show him or her love. That which you are seeking, give it first. Not happy with your body, get out there anyway. Imagine if we're paralyzed by the first wolf, by doing nothing, accomplishing nothing, and getting nowhere. We'd lose the momentum to move forward, and indirectly we'd be feeding the evil wolf, wouldn't we? Besides, what will you be doing by telling yourself you haven't accomplished anything? How will you feel when you get nothing done all the time? You won't just stop where you are. You'll be moving backward, and the evil wolf will get stronger day by day.